Hi Pisces, welcome to your relationship reading, November 2025. Have two decks this time around. You're the first in the second group of signs, kind of guided to do back to back. So I feel like I have the flow down by now, so you shouldn't have to wait for me to fuss too much, but we're going to do this deck of cards with maybe whatever charms come out to check in on your relationships with other people. Could be bonds with pets, your relationship with environments, with yourself, etc. So we'll see what they want to talk about. They as in your angels and your soul energies. And then this deck, we're just getting you some insight, clarity, advice on them. So I'm allowing you to kind of replace them, like a fill in the blank. Could be a person, could be a group, could be an organization, a community. So whatever them is, and we'll kind of check in on the situation or that relationship for you. If you like to just jump ahead to the messages, I timestamp below, so feel free. Otherwise, we'll hang out together here as we get your cards and the charms. So we're going to start with you, of course. So checking in on Pisces and how you're doing and navigating your relationships right now. And that was an interesting way of them stopping me. It was kind of like the card popped up as, you know, in that kind of hand motion, like, okay, stop. Interesting layout too here with this. I don't know if it's progression, like hopscotch, like one. Oh, I guess you don't do that. It's 3, 4, 5, I guess. Or 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're almost there. I don't know why they're making me think of hopscotch. But it does feel like a path here, a route. And almost like volume 2. You get like the bar and then the bigger bar. For some reason, I feel like there should be a third tier, but they didn't put any cards down for that. Okay. So now we'll do the cards for them. Let's see any similar initial impressions come through. We'll see what you get, who and what or whom's you're thinking of. And we'll get some answers here for you. So you're going one way and they're going the other way here. See how they're making me kind of point them up, and I was already talking about how you're going this way. So two people on different paths or about to head off on different paths. Maybe just not seeing eye to eye, right? Not seeing the situation the same way. That's fine too. We'll see what they're selecting here for charms. I'm just hovering because they're letting me know they're discarding here. But that little fairy's hanging on to the pinky, so that's interesting. Okay. So I wonder if she's going to drop somewhere. Or just hang out. Maybe she just wants to hang out on the pinky for some reason. Maybe you have a pinky promise with someone. Maybe them here is like a friend. Or who else do you pinky promise with? Maybe a coworker. Kind of playfulness behind it. I'm just waiting because I do feel a movement. Oh, I was going to turn it so you can see the movement on camera. Because I know my thumb's in the way because of the pinky here. They're really digging here for something. There you go. That's what they wanted. Now, fairy, are you going anywhere? Nope, just hanging out. Just wanted me to talk about a pinky promise for some reason. Okay. So the charms for you guys fell on them. so far the other signs, I think they were all on the you messages, which is fine. There's a reason for it. There's definitely not much communication though happening here with the tie. Okay. Pisces. I'm gonna start with you. Just tuning to your energies here. So in the intro, I was talking about how, maybe to you just looks like one card, two cards, but for me it's progress forward, and almost at the end of something. Because in the initial impressions, if you were hanging out with me during the cards and charms, I was communicating how I felt like there should be another tier here of cards, but they didn't put any down. So we'll see what progress you're making here. Queen of Coins. Relationship with money, savings. Could be your relationship with your career at this time as well, because that connects to our wealth center. Or it could be progress with emotions, feelings, towards finances, right? Sometimes we just need to improve our relationship at the emotional level with our financials. Now this snake here that's coiling, they're drawing me to like her hand on its back, like kind of petting it like a friend, petting it like a companion. And the snake's kind of smiling here to me. There's like this delight here. So maybe this is you and a partner, or you and someone else achieving something or celebrating something. Kind of holding it like a gold medal here. So if it's wealth, maybe this is, like groups play lotto together, or people play lotto together. So it could be winning together, right? Because they're making me feel like this is a medal. Or maybe you're succeeding. Maybe you get promoted, or both of you celebrate a milestone. So you get to celebrate together. Example of that could be like a birthday or an anniversary. Close enough to November 2025, or November 2025 check-in for them to want to mention it to you. But this is just step one, remember? There's a third layer here missing in the message of you're almost there. So I don't think this is you like winning or getting or celebrating kind of this improved relationship with finances, or relationship with another that you're gonna celebrate and graduate together. Like this is the progress, like you're nearly there. So this is the two of you playing together, right? Like the playfulness of the hand and the smile here. Maybe this is you paying to buy that ticket week after week or month after month. This is you and them both having the courage to apply to something, and you both get in, right? Maybe you're waiting for mortgage. So like they're congratulating that you've done step one. Step one is happening or has happened, and that's great. Sorry, I paused here because I peeked at the camera and it was not focused because I held the card close to the screen. Okay. Well, there looks to be some kind of reconnection here. The way he's, or she, maybe, he or she, is kind of reaching down to the neighbor with this bouquet, right? Cup full of good vibes, good energies, the purples, the oranges, the red. That's love, joy, fulfillment, good intention, has your best interest at heart. So there could be a possible visit this month. Just as I said that, I honestly did not even notice the black crow here until I said unexpected visit. So this is our earth messengers. So they carry down the message to you from your angels and your soul and the universe above, your Akashic records. So pay attention to any behaviors of crows around you or ravens. magpies. All depends on your part of the world. But within this similar family, because they might like hang out around you or your home. They might be staring at you. They might squawk until you acknowledge them, like open the door or open the window. But I feel like they're going to use the bird here as a sign of, hey, heads up, something's coming. But it's good, right? It's good news because a bird messenger. So this is a reconnection, a visit by someone maybe you haven't seen in a while, or someone that you do visit with often, but there's an extra special reason or moment that's connected to this visit. So if it's someone you see often that comes over for coffee or just to hang out, like they're going to be bringing you a gift, a surprise. Maybe they're bringing you good news. Who knows? Maybe they're the one you play with, and this is them saying, hey, guess what? We won. And then we have judgment. You're heading into this kind of motivated, inspired, creative, driven energy. Maybe that's what you're feeling now. Like maybe you're getting a lot of items done, a lot of items checked off your list. You've got this future outlook, like you're kind of looking past the end of the year here, looking past the end of the month, and you're like, let's see what's on deck here for 2026. But you're ready for it. Like I said, you're ready to embrace it. You feel interested, intrigued, curious, kind of anticipating. Maybe just like this season, like as we get closer to the end of the year and transition to the new year, sort of that festive season. Maybe that's why it connects into visits here, or maybe it's during this time. Like it's great you're looking future forward, but don't miss, right? That's why the crow's coming down. Maybe you're very distracted in what's bringing you a lot of joy and fulfillment right now. So they want to make sure you're kind of there, right? When they come knocking on the door of your home. Okay, so let's transition to them, whoever them is for you. Let's see. So this is a person, a group of people, could be a community, a board, a company, right? So whoever them is. I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to work my way over the arch here, over the hill. Interesting, because in the intro, in the initial impressions, I saw them more kind of going in a different direction. Kind of this arrow, you're heading in this direction and they're heading in this direction. So I thought maybe it was different point of views, conflicting point of views, but now they're making me kind of go up and over a hill here. Maybe that's why the third rung of your cards aren't here. You need to go up and over this hill, and then you'll hit that next tier of cards. Okay, I'm just going to pause here. Let's see if they'll give me a card to continue your messages here on this side of them. Ooh, I'm sure they will, since the deck got excited and I'm pausing to ask here. So I'll do a proper shuffle, not just have cards stick out. I wonder if that's also why the fairy kind of stuck to me. Yeah, just one card they're going to give me. Okay. So let's see what that is. Okay. Sorry, back to them. So we're starting here with your devil card. This is kind of, well, as it says it on the screen, advice, I was going to say this is like influence. So this is something that like nags at you, right? Something you might crave. That could be the them. as well. You know, your relationship with food, or someone influencing your diet, or habits and behaviors. But I feel more so this is like heated with the red tones here, and obviously this is a cigarette machine from back in the days. But like you get heated with this. Now look at her kind of peeking out here, kind of looking at you. It's almost like she's asking me, like, why are you even focused? Like, why are you sitting here staring at this cigarette machine? I don't think she's the influence. She's kind of beckoning you forward here around so I'm trying to get the light on it. You know, come around the corner with me. Like, what are you doing sitting there? Like, you're kind of memorized. You're very focused. Maybe a little obsessed. Maybe that's why I'm getting the poor influence here with the cigarettes. You know, you're compulsively focused on them, and it infuriates you. Okay, so maybe that's why there's no communication. With the Thai charm, this is all about your throat being, you know, constricted. It's difficult to talk, difficult to communicate. Words get choked up. If you're angry, then of course it's really easy to either stumble over words or just like want to walk away, right? Just go silent, like I can't even talk, so I'm not going to talk. So we have communication as an issue here with them, either about them or to the communication. And look, we have the newscast here. But I always like this card because it says rescue stations, right? So rescue, communication can help this situation. You know, even if you have to like go back to, you know, go back years. Like if it's been years since you've spoken to them, right? Because they're giving me the kind of the age, they're helping me focus on the age of the television here. So, or this could be how far back you guys go, right? You have ages and ages, right? Decades together. But now communications are either not happening or cut off. But the answer, right? The rescue is communications. You got to get over that hill. Now I understand the hill. And now I also understand why I also read it as they're going one way, you're going another way. And sort of this differing points of view, right? You're looking here, they're looking there. Ooh. I rarely pick up a charm like that. So someone's snapping their fingers at you. Snap out of it. Let's see. If dad can't fix it, no one can. Well, I mean, a parent saying, hey, snap out of it. But if dad can't fix it, no one can charm. This is my DIY charm. This is your loved one. This is your angels communicating to you. You can fix this. You have all the skills, the knowledge, the abilities, the courage, the know-with-all, right? Like you have the solution to approach this and you can rectify this. But there was like that snapping of the fingers, right? I pushed it really hard so it clanked on the desk. Usually I just pick it up, but I went like that. Oh, well, there's the nurse. Maybe you're the only one that can fix this, right? You're the one that has to communicate. You know, waiting for them to communicate maybe is not the answer here, but could also be a reminder of your nurturing nature, right? Again, your abilities. You know, she got up and she stood. She got up from the chair. She's starting to walk, right? She's taking that first step. Maybe that's why I got the hopscotch, the jumps that you have to do in hopscotch, because you go from one foot and then you plant your feet and then you got to jump again, but you've planted your feet. So, but look at the abilities, capabilities. They have that nice, soft, angelic hue here wrapped around her, and the healing, the hue of the chair. So actually, considering this is my zombie deck, they chose some really beautiful cards from it in terms of you know, the imagery isn't overtly grotesque or sort of dramatic. It's very calm. You know, it's back in the day, you know, 1940s, 50s-ish. I keep throwing it back to history here. Maybe you knowing how to approach this person or this situation or them is something you did correctly in the past, you know, something you did successfully, I should say, in the past. Like, you know how to deal with them. So, you know, it's something as simple as communicating, Pisces. Something that you do well, you know, forming your words. So let's see what this jump is, right? Number 10, so 7, 8, 9, and then that's 10, that oval at the top. Maybe that's why I kept going like this when I was saying the third rung. So let's see if you land on 10. You have a wonderful tower moment. You know, lightning strikes. You know, huge turn of events, right? You've conquered the mountain, conquered the hill. So your relationship dynamic with them changes greatly. And I would say for in a very positive manner. I know this picture looks anything but, except they made me, before I flipped over this card, comment on how beautiful these cards are. So don't fear the inevitable, maybe. You know, you need to reach out, you need to talk, you need to communicate so you can move forward, right? Because you got to jump to 10. So you need to move forward, but you've got this mountain in your way. So you got to communicate to them, and you will see success. Embrace your courage, Pisces. Tap into your ability to communicate. It's one of your strengths. You're also a nurturing person, so that means you listen, you understand, or you do your best to try to understand, or you'll help guide, right? You kind of help guide the healing here together. So really great reading, Pisces. I look forward to checking in with you guys next month, and let's see if you've completed your game of hopscotch.